Hey guys, sorry for the lack of videos. I don't know, I've had some other things to do, but so this dude named cheapbooks, I left a few replies on his YouTube channel,
Intricacies
and he wants me to
you
basically
gotta
make a
know about when
video
you
to show him like sniping positions. I'm not gonna make almost a 30-minute video on it. I'm gonna make a video on this, and I was thinking maybe on Abby or Cliff. But anyways, so just making sure that the audio is fine, so I don't blow out your eardrums. All right, so as you can see, he's right here, right? Now the map, I need to change encounter, I think. Okay, so he was here. Was the okay? He was here, and his video. Okay. Now, one thing you have to take into account with this spot on encounter, right, is most likely there will be a few TDs here, 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 and if they're really aggressive, they could be right here. Again, if they're really aggressive, and if they have allies right here to support them. Okay. Now, a few TDs might move around, right? So let's say if there's a TD right here as well, okay? Now, this light tank, okay, now I'll just add a few heavies according to, okay, alright, so I just one here, and what looks like to be a medium tank here. Okay, so this is for cheapbooks, and for anyone that watches his videos. As you can see, well, if you're a a smart player, you can realize he has isolated himself, which means literally if he moves, this TD right here can shoot him. All these TDs right here will be able to shoot him, which he only has 750 health, right? And the TDs he's fighting against is a Yag Tiger, an ISU 152, a Sturv. This is a Straya and a Scorpion, right? Now, not all of them are here, as you can see, the Yag Tiger is on hill. Now, this position would work great if these TDs went here. If the whole entire enemy team went this side, then this right here would be an excellent position. But the problem is that's not usually how pub matches go. And you run the risk of isolating yourself where this TD and all these other TDs will be able to shoot you. And as you can see, that is exactly what happens. He dies. Now, what looks like to be, okay, an ISU 152 and a Scorpion was spotted. Okay, so let's remove some of these TDs, okay? Okay, so the ISU... Oh, dang it, hold on. Undo. Sorry about this, guys. I'm trying to make this video for cheapbooks and for anyone who watches him. Okay, so this TD was here, I believe. Yeah, it was like somewhere like around here, and this tank was like right here, I believe, right? Yeah, okay, well, it's not exact, but oh well. Okay, so this dude was here, ISU 152 and Scorpion. Okay, so this TD was not here. Well, maybe there were more TDs, but maybe they weren't even spotted. Okay, so actually, the ISU shot him and killed him, right? So, going to this position is a very, very, how do I put this? If you aren't certain that the team, like, the entire team is, like, right over here, and if you go here, you are making many mistakes. One, you are isolating yourself. Two, you're trapping yourself. And three, you literally just killed yourself because, as you saw, this tank will be able to one-shot him. And if this tank, the ISU, if he low rolls, then the Scorpion will be able to hit him. And there goes the tank, right? There goes the EBR Hotchkiss. So, like, as you can, anyone who can read a map, right, you can see right here, there are tanks right here, and 2 TDs right there. Now, if these tanks weren't here at all, like, including these tanks, and if they're, like, all right here or here, this position would be really good, because he would be able to snipe these guys, basically chai sniping, spam gold, and just pen all the time, while suppressing these heavies, so what looks like to be the standard B won't get pushed, just for the simple reason these heavies right here would think that there are more tanks right here shooting them, so they'll back up, and he would be suppressing them. The problem is that usually never happens. Now, it does happen here and there, but it's very rare, and as you saw, it doesn't happen really 99% of the time, because you will have 2 TDs here or more. You will have a light tank here that will be spotting you. So overall, what he did here, he totally misread the map. He misjudged where he should go, and he isolated himself, and he basically sealed his fate, which is not a good thing when you're in a light tank. That's why when you're in a light tank, you should know how to read a mini-map, and if you don't, then you shouldn't be playing light tanks, in my opinion, because if you can't read a mini-map, chances are that you don't even know how to spot correctly. Clearly, he doesn't. So that is my response to his request for me to make a video about this. So, cheapbooks, what you did here, you isolated yourself. So, when you're in a light tank, or really in any tank, okay, any tank minus artillery, because don't even get me started on that. You should never isolate yourself. Never. Because once you isolate yourself, okay, so like, let's say, for an example, right? Let's say, okay, there was a heavy here, and here, and they had a few heavies here, and here. Okay, now again, I'm just making up a scenario, okay? Okay, let's say cheapbooks is this tank right here. He's purple, right? Now, obviously, he's not right here. I'm moving it. Okay, so let's say these tanks are moving away, alright? Let's say these tanks are moving over here for some odd reason, which I have actually seen before, and it's crazy. Let's say these tanks are falling back to hill, right? And here's cheapbooks. He's right here, taking on 2. Wait, I just want to see. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 heavy tanks that are probably, let's say, tier 8, 9, and 10. Let's say he's in a tier 8 tank, so he is taking on tier 9s, 10s, and only an 8. He has isolated himself, and these heavies right here will be able to push onto him, shoot these heavies here, and these heavies, by the time these guys push up, since these guys are already moved, chances are they don't know how to read a mini-map, right? So chances are they're already, like, mostly up to the hill here already. These guys are probably still right here, chai sniping any tanks that are this way, so once these tanks move up, they will kill cheapbooks. They will be able to farm these heavies, and push the hill and take these guys out. So that's a classic example of isolation. You shouldn't, in any game really, you should never isolate yourself from the team. Ever. Ever. Because you basically just sealed your fate. Now there are obviously different circumstances, but I'm not going to go over those today. This is just a response video from cheapbooks and sniping positions. This is just showing what he did wrong. This is a hypothetical scenario right here with these heavies. But yeah, so you should never isolate yourself. You should never go to any empty flank. If your team, let's say these heavies fell back, you should fall back along with them. Because it is incredibly, in my opinion, irresponsible, stupid, retarded, and idiotic for you just to stay here all alone and take on these heavies, which you're not going to win this engagement, because chances are these heavies will find out that these heavies over here, and these heavies are up on hills. Since they have tanks uphill, then these tanks will realize, oh, okay, let's push. And then guess what? That flank has failed. So, all I'm saying is, if you were here, you would die. If you, first of all, you should not fall back to these heavies. You should, the point I'm making here, okay, is that you should never isolate yourself, and if you do, and if you go to an empty flank with high expectations that you're going to be able to hold that flank, even if you go to that flank and you don't have high expectations, you are not a good play at all. Because if you think you can hold off like 10 enemy vehicles all by your own, you're insane, literally insane, and you are just a bad player. So uninstall. Just for some reason, if you sat here taking on these heavies, you're an idiot because you're not going to hold it. Anyways, I have made my point perfectly clear with that. I have made my clear what cheapbooks did wrong here. So let's go on to the next one. So I was thinking on the map, I don't know. This is actually live, so you actually see me trying to think here. Okay, so I don't know. I'm trying to find a map because I don't really know sniping positions. I just know locations. So, okay, let's just take Ruinberg. Okay. Okay, I need to delete these. Okay, so this is a normal battle, as you can see. Now, I'm gonna start from this side. Okay, I actually really like this side. Now, this is just a location that I would recommend a lot of people to go to. Is this spot right here? Hold on. This spot right here is extremely powerful. Now, one thing that you have to note is when you back up, there's a hole here, which these guys will be able to shoot you, and these guys as well. So, if you have a strong turret, you should go here. Always. And if you have a high DPM gun with a strong turret, or if you're like an autoloader, you know, like the Emil, or the Kronvan, or let's say if you're a Russian medium like the 430U or a 62A, I wouldn't recommend I wouldn't really recommend a 140 here just because it doesn't really have good turnover per se, but you can attempt to. But this position is extremely powerful because you can hold off these guys and you can suppress them, and your team right here will be able to move up more. We'll be able to like push them back more and to flank them like over here. So this position is also very powerful because you can also suppress these guys over here from shooting your tanks along these lines. So this position, in my opinion, is extremely powerful in the city. But anyways, that is just a location tip. Okay. So what is a good sniping position on this map? Well, it's really not any, really, especially when you're on a city map like this. Now, let's say, okay, so let's say if they have, let's just say a few mediums going this way, right? So, let's say if you're in a light, okay? Now, this light, obviously you would have to fall back so these guys who's all in the field won't be able to like direct shoot you, but while these mediums are crossing, chances are these two mediums right here will most likely try to suppress you, and any tanks that will most likely trying to be shooting these two mediums right here. Okay, so this position, if you're in a light tank on this map, this is a very powerful position because you can spot if anyone is going down here. These two mediums you can fire at, but chances are these two mediums will most likely probably hide in this hole right here, or maybe this hole. It really all depends on the player. These mediums will most likely either one try to suppress you in any tanks that are here, so these two guys will be able to move up successfully. Or they might fall back along this line, or they could also push up with these two mediums right here. So it's either or. So my goodness gracious. Okay, so another, in one of the videos of Cheap Books, he went right here. There's a problem with this location, okay? Anyone who's a good player will know the problem immediately. But for those who don't know, if you're here, okay, any tank right here will be able to shoot you along with tanks right here. Okay? Tanks right here, here. Basically, the entire cat will be able to directly shoot you. And if there is a tank here, if you back up too much, guess what? You get hit. So this position is a terrible spot to go. I do not recommend going to this spot right here. Now, this spot right here is a good spot because it has bushes for camo along with here, but you don't want to stay out too long. Just poke, fire on whatever tanks are here, and you will be able to directly hit them. I kind of picked like the wrong map for sniping. Hold on. Let's see. Okay, I'll pick the map. What? I think it's Malinovka. I think. Sorry guys, I'm like really fed up with tanks recently, so I don't really have like the urge to really make these videos right now. We all have those days, don't we? Where we just want to just destroy the map. I mean, the map. Destroy like the game to stop playing, but we are drawn back to it, so unfortunately. Okay, so let's trying to look for that. Oh, this isn't it. What's that map? I know guys, I'm trying to hurry up here. Okay, let's just pick the map. Okay, let's do Ghost Town. Hold on. I hate Ghost Town, actually. I hate it with a passion. My opinion, it's like one of the worst maps in the game. But, since a lot of people don't know where to go on this map, I kind of still don't. I mean, okay, I know where, I just don't like the map. When I'm on it, I just want to pull my hair out. It's a bad map, too, really, in design. But anyway, it's, okay, so, let's say if you're on this side, right? Let's say if you're in a light tank. So where should you go? Well, there are many positions, actually, on this map. There is a position right here. There's a position here. I don't really recommend this too much. I haven't really had a lot of success with it. All you can really spot is like lights. But so let's say if you went up here maybe, or like here. Well, immediately from the get-go, there are a lot of bushes right here. If you don't know how to use bush mechanics, so basically how bush mechanics work, if you're able to see through the bushes, you know, like if you can see them and it's clear, like there's no leaves or no nothing, they can spot you. So if you want to spot one, pull forward where you can see right through the bush, pull back, and let's say, okay, so let's say if you spot them and if you pulled forward and you can see like right through the bush, pull back while you can't see through the bush and start shooting at them. That severely reduces your chances on being I can't speak today, on being spotted. So these positions right here for lights are good. If you are going to make this move, this is really aggressive because the light will most likely spot you because he or she might be moving right here and there's no bushes here, so you get spotted while there are tanks right here that'll shoot at you. And yeah, so again, it's not a good map in design. There are also really good locations right here. You can use these bushes for your camo. I would kind of recommend this spot. Yes, you do have a higher chance on getting spotted because you are moving up this way, and these, or whatever the things out of this way, will be able to spot you depending on your camo value. But if you can make it to this spot right here and just sit there, you will be able to spot any tanks that are this way and any tanks that are like here, and most likely probably tanks that are like right here just sitting back and shy sniping. That's really all the sniping positions I know on Ghost Town. There are like many more, you know, like here and here, here. But I'm going over like the good ones. So, anyways, guys, I know that this video, you know, in my voice it sounds really boring, but I'm just really tired of tanks right now. So, if you guys enjoyed this video, like it, share it, subscribe. Hit the notification bell. I'm going to try to make more WAT videos more. The reason why I can't show you these sniping positions like in game is I have a crappy computer. So if I was to record, like, the video would be all messing up, it would be stuttering, it wouldn't work right. So that's why I'm showing you videos like on Strat Sketch up until I have a better computer, then I can show you in-game things. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next one.